Pork tenderloin is one of those meats that makes you feel fancy without breaking the bank. It's super tender and it absorbs whatever flavor you put on it, which makes it very versatile. So in this video, I make it 3 different ways, and let me show you how I put it together. The tenderloin is the equivalent of the fillet on the cow. Now, if you've never purchased it before, you might be surprised that the tube of meat is actually 2 tenderloins. So I like to trim off the excess fat and the silver skin that the butcher left on the back of it. Now, this isn't something that you're going to leave in your slices, and it's much easier to remove before you cook it. Here they are after they're trimmed, and I'm going to cook them 3 different ways. 3 of the tenderloins will be dry brined by adding a teaspoon of salt and leaving them uncovered in the fridge for several hours. The 4th one will have a ginger, garlic, and honey marinade. I'm going to pour half of that in the bag and save the rest to sauce the tenderloin. A few hours later, I have the ginger garlic tenderloin, one I plan to sauce with Hey Grill Hay's apple jalapeno barbecue sauce, and 2 that'll cover with Italian herbs and seasonings. Let's go to the grill. Whenever you're cooking with charcoal, you always have to plan ahead. And in this case, when we're cooking the tenderloins, I want to make sure that I have a place to retreat to. We're going to use the 2-zone cooking method where we bank all of the coals on one side, leaving the other side as indirect. So if it gets too hot, we can move things around and keep it from burning. A chimney of fully lit charcoal is good for about 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're going to want to put some unlit coals in first if you plan to cook anything extra. Add the cooking grate, and then the elevated cooking grate to get the food a bit farther from the fire. Now, I intentionally put the herb-crusted pork loins right above the coals, and that's because I needed a little bit more space on the grill, and they don't have any sugar in it, so that direct heat probably isn't going to burn anything other than crisping up the outside just a little bit. If I did that with the other 2, with both of those have quite a bit of sugar in either the sauce or the marinade, they would burn in no time and they wouldn't be any good. So we're going to reverse sear those ones, caramelize the stuff at the end. We're going to start off with the other ones right over the heat. I flip the herb-crusted tenderloins every 10 minutes or so they'd be golden all the way around. Now take them off when they reach 145 degrees Fahrenheit in the thickest part, which took about 40 minutes. Just don't overcook them or they'll be super dry. Now with those 2 out of the way, I put the ginger garlic tenderloin over the coals and put the barbecue sauced one closer to the fire before glazing it with some extra sauce. Now these thin layers of sauce help it caramelize and amp up the flavor. Now continue flipping them every 5 or 10 minutes or so, and you could put them directly over the fire if the coals have died down some and you need a bit more heat. Just be careful because they could burn pretty easy if they're this close to the fire. Now they all came out amazing. The barbecue sauce one was gone the first night, and we used the ginger garlic tenderloin on pizza and salad. The herb crusted ones made several great sandwiches.